Hi everybody, it's Hannah at the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana, and today I wanted to do a quick little technique video about different ways that you can store your wood mount stamps, or rather convert them off wood and turn them into cling stamps. So the other day, Janice sent me a message, and Janice is one of the girls that works here, and she was just like, is there anything that I can do for all of my wood mount stamps, just a better way to turn them into cling? Is there any product out there that does that? I'm like, well, yes, there is, and it's been out for quite a while. So it's one of those products that's been on the market for years, and we probably just forget that it's out there and not even for sure what to do whenever we see it on the shelf at the scrapbook store. So the product I'm talking about is Easy Mount. It is a static cling mounting foam. So one side is super sticky, and then the other side is cling. So this is exactly what you're going to find on your cling unmounted stamps. Except for, we use the cling, and then here it has adhesive on both sides to turn it into a wood mount. So I've got a wood mount stamp here. What I find the easiest is you can tear it off, but I find that if I take my heat gun, let me get this out of the way first so I don't heat that, sorry. So if I take my heat gun, and I'm just going to kind of warm that rubber up a little bit, it's going to come off a lot easier for me. Kind of reactivates that glue a little bit. And this is a really old stamp that I pulled out of the container that we keep them in. So now I've got this guy here. Like I said, it's going to rip off. Then kind of just get your nail underneath there, something to peel that off. Put that to the side, put that in the trash. I'm going to clean my rubber the rest of the way off. All right. Takes just a moment, sorry. This is in real time, so you can tell it doesn't take too long, but got to get it nice and cleaned off. All right, so I've got my stamp now just to a piece of rubber, so a completely unmounted stamp at this point. So if you do have stamps at home that are unmounted, this is something that you could also use for them to turn them into cling. So now I have my Easy Mount foam. I'm just going to kind of come over to it. All right, and then I'm going to cut a piece about the same size. I don't want to take the packaging off yet, because again, like I said, it is super sticky. So I'm going to cut around here. All right, so I've got that now. All right, cut pretty close. I'm gonna try and get just a little bit closer in some of these parts. That'll make my life a little bit easier here in a second. All right, so now I've got it like so. I'm gonna take, again, remember there's cling on one side and sticky on the other. So I'm gonna lay this like so on there. Make sure you got it where you want it, because again, it is super sticky. All right, so now that I've got it to this point, I'm going to take, and really, I like my big Tim Holtz scissors for this because they're strong enough to be able to go through that thick layer of foam. You may need to take something to get the stickiness off later on, off of your scissors, that is. Little Goo Gone. Little undo is usually what I will put on there so it doesn't leave a residue. Love my undo. All right, so I'm just going to keep going around and trimming the stamp like so. All right, looks really pretty good. Here's one that I did earlier as well too. So I took the little reindeer off the wood. All right, now they are both down to just an unmounted stamp. I've got a little baby powder off to the side here. I'm just going to kind of run that around the edge, just in case there's any stickiness still there. Take your powder tool as well. All right, okay, and then You're gonna take that cling off. Got a clear stamp block, and look at that. So now you can see much better. Oh, and that's not quite on there right. So again, there we go. So now I can see exactly where I'm going to be stamping. Same thing with this guy. Whenever I peel that off, now it's a cling mount stamp. And you can store it however you store your cling mounts. Again, if you want to refer back to the video that I did, different ways that you can store your dies, I like to put my cling mounts in some of those Stampendous plastic, thin, thick, and thicker storage containers, because they do fit so nicely in there, and you can stamp a little piece of white in there as well. So hopefully this helped you guys. Just a little technique, a little tip there. Again, that was using the Static Cling Easy Mount mounting foam. We've got it here at the Doodlebug. It is just a little bit over $555 actually for a sheet of that, and we've got it in stock right now. So if you're looking to reorganize your craft space and you feel like your wood mount stamps are taking over and you don't have anywhere else to store them, then consider turning some of the ones you use all the time into cling mount ones. That way they're easily accessible, and you'll get more use out of them. So again, Hannah at the Doodlebug. If you have any questions, you can find us online at www.thedoodlebuginc.com, or you can call us at 812-482-4949. Thank you.